Do you think you could turn a toxic employee around in 30 days? I'm Dr. Jim, and I think you can. Let's talk about this. You can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. Have you ever heard that? Do you remember that old saying? I do. You also cannot choose who you work with many times. Some of your coworkers and your colleagues are pleasant, and it's so nice to be around them, right? Others are negative, they see the bad in people, and their glass is always half empty. What a shame, really, what a shame. The truth is, sometimes you will have to work with toxic employees, but there's hope. Here's how you turn them around in 30 days. First of all, the toxic employee is one who has a negative personality that can be described in the following terms: hurtful, malicious, negative, harsh. Sometimes this employee is in a leadership position and can make working even more difficult, and they can take the workplace hostage. This employee can be very effective in their job. They might be clinically superior, and they can be a great employee when it comes to the technical aspects of the job. The problem is not their talent. The problem is, I hate to put it this way, nobody likes them. Toxic employees tend to be troublemakers. They enjoy stirring up the workplace and pitting staff against staff and triangulating. Their energy is negative, and it attracts more negative employees. Negative on negative on negative. Now we have a bad workplace. Toxic. This is the law of attraction in action, and you know, if you follow Dr. Jim, that I love and believe in the law of attraction. Even in dark times, we can be the light that attracts more light. While they might be good leaders, they are leading in the wrong direction, quite frankly. Luckily, they can be turned around. Now, here's how to do it. This is what you've been waiting for in the video. If you are seriously going to turn a negative and toxic employee into a bright and cheerful one, you have got to make the personal connection that means something. It can start with a hello, how are you, and then develop into a more personal relationship step by step. Here's what you do. Find out what kind of dog they have. Where do their kids go to school? Do their kids play sports? What kind of music do they like? What kind of movies do they like? Sounds silly? It's not silly. You're now tapping into their personal life. Talk about your dog. Talk about your kids with them. I love my dogs, Buddy. Kitty, Buddy's my boy, Kitty. And Karina, my daughter. Everybody knows about my daughter. Make the conversations light and non-work related. Show them your human side first. If you want to connect with somebody, it ain't about work, okay? Extend an invitation to them, okay? So you start with a hello, you start talking about your dog or your kids, and then you invite them to something. The next step is to find commonality between you and that toxic person. Is there a special event in town? How about a fundraiser? How about a charity? How about a food pantry? How about a church event? How about raising money for Alzheimer's disease or cancer, or a walk for the cure, a walk for life? There's always something going on in your community that you can invite them to with you. And now what you're doing is you're forming a genuine bond. Do you have someone in your family who has battled or died from cancer? Do you have someone in your family, an older adult, a mom or dad, who has passed away, most likely with a dementia-related disorder like Alzheimer's? I've got both in my family. I can find someone and say, you know what? That killed my family member. Did it take yours too? Let's go do something together. We could walk around a high school track and raise money together. Now Now, once you get them walking around the track or raising money at an event or feeding people in a church all-purpose room, you get together after the event. You have a good time, you connect with them. Now let's get back to work. The event is over, you both had a good time, you made a special bond, now it's time to get back to work. Visit them in their workspace. Ask how things are going. Praise them for the good work they're doing. Sprinkle them with some positivity. How clinically smart they are. Oh, I'm so grateful that we have you and your clinical skills are amazing. Tell them what a difference maker they are in their workspace. Also, tell them how you appreciate the effort that they're making to become a better leader and a better person. Tap into their strengths. Ask how things on the unit could be better than they are now. See, you're pivoting. This is the pivot. This is the hook. If they don't have an immediate answer when you ask, how could we make things better in our community, on our building, on your unit, on your hallway, in your department? If they don't have an immediate answer, ask them to think about it tonight. Ask them to think about it when they're driving home. And let them know you are highly interested in their answer, their input, and their ideas. Make an effort to incorporate some of their answer or their idea. You can't do everything. Take one or two of their ideas. If they make sense, put them into action. Now you're turning that person around. While there are toxic employees in every workplace, they're not doomed, nor are you, to be negative forever. Sometimes all it takes is a special person. You, the person watching this video. I like pointing at the camera and looking at my monitor. That's pretty cool. You. It takes a special person like you to take a little bit of time, a little bit of effort to turn them around. Extend your hand, make it personal, and then bring them back to work. You may be able to turn someone around in a month. Wouldn't that be magical? If you do, email me, jim@collinslearning.com. I would love to hear your stories. If you turned a toxic employee, I won't use names, but if you turned a toxic employee around in 30 days, maybe less, maybe a little more, let me know. I'm Dr. Jim. Stay positive. Don't you be toxic. See you soon.